Vanakkam one and all. Here they have given a function f of x which has been defined like this. So they have defined the function in this segments: when x is negative, when the value of x is in the interval, when the value of x is greater than 1. So like this they have defined the function and asking for the integers, values of integers for which limit of f of x as x tends to 0 exists, and as well for limit of f of x as x tends to 1 exist. Now we are considering, we will calculate limit of f of x as x tends to 0. According to the definition of limit existence, limit x tends to 0 from left hand neighborhood equal to limit x tends to 0 from right hand neighborhood equals only when the limit exists. So limit x tends to 0 f of x. Now here we are taking x value. Here we are considering the existence of limit when the value of x approaching 0. So consider this point, this function for existence of f of x when x approaches 0 from left hand neighborhood. So consider this function because this is the corresponding function. So mx square plus n. Substitute m as, so x as 0 over the expression, we will get n. Similarly, limit x tends to 0 plus from right hand neighborhood. So for this we have to consider this expression, this function. Because the function has been defined like this. When x is negative, we have to take this, and when x is in the interval, we have to take this. So limit x tends to 0 nx plus m. Substitute x value over the expression n into 0 plus m. Now m we are getting. So according to the definition, we should have left hand limit and right hand limit equal. So m is equal to n. Whenever we are getting m and n as equal, whenever the integers are equal, limit f of x as x tends to 0 exists. So in these cases, limit x tends to 0, limit of f of x as x tends to 0 exists. Now we will consider about that limit of limit of f of x as x tends to 1. So in this case you have to consider these two segments. Okay. Now for that I am taking limit x tends to 1 minus from approaching 1 from left hand neighborhood. For this we have to take this function. After substituting limit, we are getting n plus m. Now limit x tends to 1 plus approaching f of x, x is approaching 1 from right hand neighborhood. So right hand neighborhood means this expression nx cube plus m, which is equal to again m plus n. So to say limit exists, left hand limit equal to right hand limit. So here m plus n equal to m plus n. So for any integers, limit exists for f of x as x tends to 1. So for any integer, for any integral values of m and n, f of x exists as limit x tends to 1. And when the limit x tends to 0, limit of f of x as x tends to 0 will exist only when m and n values are equal. I hope you understood. Thank you.